So once again I welcome on the class of Geotechnical Engineering. I hope you all are safe and doing well. So in the previous class we have seen the some important relationship, and the first relationship we have seen that the relationship between total weight of soil, weight of solid and water content, and the relation was Ws is equal to capital W divided by 1 plus W. Similarly, the second relationship we have seen the relationship between void ratio and porosity. So void ratio E is equal to eta by 1 minus eta, or porosity can be written in terms of void ratio, eta is equal to E by 1 plus E. Third relationship we have seen that relationship between void ratio, degree of saturation, water content and specific gravity of solid, and the relation was ES is equal to W into G. Fourth relation or fourth expression we have seen the expression of bulk density in terms of specific gravity, void ratio, degree of saturation and unit weight of water, and the expression was gamma B is equal to G plus ES divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. Gamma B is equal to G plus ES by 1 plus E into gamma W. And after that we have seen the expression of saturated density, that is G plus E divided by 1 plus E into gamma W, and the expression of dry density G gamma W divided by 1 plus E, and similarly the expression of submerged density, that is G minus 1 divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. Another relationship we have seen, that is the relationship between dry density, bulk density and water content, and the relation was gamma D is equal to gamma B divided by 1 plus W. And after that I have derived the expression of dry density in terms of percentage air voids, water content, specific gravity of solid. So the expression was gamma D is equal to 1 minus Na G gamma W divided by 1 plus W into G. So today I will discuss some problems based on this expression, and after that I will continue, or I will proceed my discussion, or I will proceed my module first content, that is determination of water content by various method. So this is the question I have taken. The void ratio and specific gravity. The void ratio and specific gravity of a soil sample of clay are 0.73 and 2.7 respectively. If the voids are 92% saturated, find the bulk density, dry density and the water content. And in the second parts, what would be the water content for complete saturation when the void ratio remaining the same. So this question were asked in engineering services examination 1999, and it was 10 marks. So solution of, firstly I will write given data. So void ratio is given, so E is equal to 0.73, specific gravity of solid is given 2.7, and degree of saturation is given 92%. So we have to compute bulk density, dry density and water content we have to compute. And in the second part, once again we have to compute the water content for the complete saturation of the soil. So we know that expression of bulk density is equal to G plus ES divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. So if I put the value of specific gravity 2.7 plus void ratio is 0.73 into degree of saturation is 90% divided by 1 plus 0.73, and unit weight of water is not given, so either I take 9.81 or 10. So I have taken 10 kilonewton per meter cube. If in the question it will be given that you have to take the unit weight of water as 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube, then we have to take, otherwise it's my choice that whether I can take 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube or 10 kilonewton per meter cube. So the value is coming 2.7. It is coming 2.7 plus 0.73 into 0.9. 2.7 plus 0.73 into 0.9 divided by 1.73 into 10. So it is coming 19.41 kilonewton per meter cube. 19.41 kilonewton per meter cube. Second part, we have to compute the dry density. So dry density can be computed. Before that, we can compute the water content. So we know the relationship E into S is equal to W into G. So W is equal to E into S divided by G. So void ratio is 0.73 into 2.7 divided by specific gravity is 2.7, sorry, this is 0.9 degree of saturation. So it is coming 0.73 into 0.9 divided by 2.7. So it is coming 0.243. So water content is 0.43 or 24.3%. So once we have computed the water content, so we know the relationship between gamma D, gamma B and water content. So gamma D is equal to gamma B divided by 1 plus W. Gamma B is 19.41 divided by 1 plus W. So water content is 0.243. So it is coming 19.41 divided by 1.243. So it is coming 15.62. 15.62 and unit is kilonewton per meter cube. Here the unit is kilonewton per meter cube because we have put the value of unit weight of water is 10 kilonewton per meter cube. Specific gravity is a unitless, void ratio is unitless, degree of saturation is unitless. So the unit of bulk density only depends on the unit weight of water. If I take the unit weight of water in kg per centimeter cube or kg per meter cube, then bulk density will come in kg per meter cube. If I take the unit weight of water in gram per cc, then bulk density will come into gram per cc, and according to that the dry density will come. In the second part, we have to compute what will be the water content for fully saturated soil. So we know that for fully saturated soil, degree of saturation is equal to unity or 100%. Then we have to compute what will be the water content. So once again, we know the formula E into S is equal to W into G. So the water content is equal to E into S divided by G, and S is here unity. So void ratio for the same void ratio. So void ratio is 0.73 divided by 2.7. So the water content will be 0.73 divided by 2.7. So it is coming 0.27. 0.27 or 27%. So this is the question we have solved. In the first part, we have to compute the bulk density, dry density and water content, and in the second part we have to compute the water content for complete saturation. The void ratio remain same. So another question I will take, that is a soil sample has a porosity of 40%. the specific gravity of solids is 2.7. Calculate the first part, void ratio, second part, dry density, and in the third part, unit weight of soil if the soil is 50% saturated, and the fourth part, unit weight if the soil is completely saturated. So this question we are asked in, once again, engineering services examination. So this question is asked in engineering services examination 2012 and 5 marks. So if I solve, before that, what is given data? So porosity is given. Porosity is equal to 40%, and specific gravity of solid is given 2.7. So calculate the void ratio. So we know the relationship between porosity and void ratio. So E can be written as N by 1 minus eta by 1 minus eta. So 0.4 divided by 1 minus 0.4. So it is coming 0.4 divided by 0.6. So it is 0.67. So the void ratio is 0.67. Once we have computed the void ratio, so second part we have to compute dry density. So dry density can be computed as Z gamma W divided by 1 plus E. G is 2.7, unit weight of water I have taken 10 divided by 1 plus 0.67. So it is coming 27 divided by 1.67. It is coming 2.27 divided by 1.67. So it is coming 16.17. 16.17 kilonewton per meter cube. So dry density we have computed. In the second part we have to compute the unit weight of, in third part we have to compute the unit weight of soil for 50% degree of saturation. S is equal to 50% or 0.5. So gamma B is equal to Z plus ES divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. G is 2.7 plus void ratio we have already computed 0.67. Degree of saturation is 0.5 divided by 1 plus void ratio is 0.67 into 10. So it is coming, the value is coming 2.7 plus 0.67 into 0.5 divided by 1.67 into 10. So it is coming 18.17 kilonewton per meter cube. So the value is 18.17 kilonewton per meter cube. So this is the density when our soil is 50% saturated. Similarly, we have to compute the density when our soil is fully saturated. So in the fourth part, when our soil is fully saturated, when soil is fully saturated, the value of degree of saturation is unity. So gamma sat can be computed as G plus E divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. G is 2.7 plus void ratio is 0.67 divided by 1 plus 0.67 into 10 kilonewton per meter cube. So it is coming 2.7 plus 0.67 divided by 1.67 into 10. So the value is coming 20.18 kilonewton per meter cube. 20.18 kilonewton per meter cube. So these are the question I have solved. So in the second question, porosity is given. So firstly I have converted porosity into void ratio, and with the help of expression E is equal to eta by 1 minus eta. Similarly, if the question is asked so many times, it was asked in the GATE exam, like if the void ratio of the soil is given, then we have to compute the porosity. So we have the relationship between the porosity and void ratio, that is eta is equal to E by 1 plus E. So we can convert the value. So we have first part, we have to compute the void ratio. So we have converted by the relationship. In the second part, we have to compute the dry density. So dry density, if you know the expression of dry density, gamma D is equal to G gamma W divided by 1 plus E. Void ratio we have computed G, and gamma W is, we have to assume. So we have taken, and dry density is computed. In the third part, we have to compute the unit weight of soil if the soil is 50% saturated. So for the 50% saturation, we have computed the density. We have the expression G plus ES divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. It means this density is partially, for the soil partially saturated. I told you that for the three types of soil: dry soil, fully saturated soil, and partially saturated soil. In case of dry soil, our degree of saturation is 0. That's why there is no effect of degree of saturation in the expression of dry density. In case of fully saturated soil, the degree of saturation is unity, and the density will be saturated density. For partially saturated soil, our degree of saturation will lies between 0 to 100%. So here our degree of saturation is 50%. So we have computed the value of partially density. And the last case, we have to compute the density for fully saturated soil. So accordingly we have computed. So next topic I am going to start, that is determination of water content. So there are various methods to compute the water content, and I will discuss what are those methods one by one. So the various methods of determination of water content, if I write, there are 6 methods to compute the water content. What are those 6 methods? The first one is very famous method, oven drying method. Second one is pycnometer method. Third one is calcium carbide method. Calcium carbide method. Fourth one is sand bath method. Fifth one is radiation method, and the last one is torsion balance method. Torsion balance method. So these are the 6 methods for the computation of water content. So one by one I will discuss. the first one I will discuss today, I will discuss, that is oven drying method. So oven drying method I will discuss. First method I am going to discuss, oven drying method. So firstly I will tell, oven drying method is a laboratory method to compute water content. Wet soil is method, test is performed in electric oven whose inside temperature is 105 to 1110 degree centigrade. So I told you that it is a laboratory method, and this is a accurate method, accurate and time consuming. Time consuming means it will take 24 hours to get the accurate result of the water content. So 3 points I have written. Oven drying method is a laboratory method to compute the water content of soil. Test is performed in electric oven whose inside temperature is 105 to 1110 degree centigrade, and the soil sample is put in the oven for 24 hours. That's why I have written it is a accurate but time consuming method. So what are the procedure? So procedure is, firstly you have to take the empty weight of container. Let us assume this is the empty weight of container, and let us weight it by W1. So this is empty container. After that you have to put the wet soil in the container, and once again it is weighted, and let us, it is named W2. Container plus wet soil. And the third one is, put this container into the oven for 24 hours. So container plus dry soil, and this is assumed at W3. So what I told, take a empty container and weight it, and let us say that the weight is W1, and after that take the weighted soil and put into the container and once again weight it. And the third one is, after weighting and measure the weight, and let us say it is W2, put this container plus wet soil into the oven and record the time, and after 24 hours you have to remove this container and weight, once again weight it. So the water content, we know that water content is equal to ratio of weight of water by weight of solid. So water content can be written as weight of water. So what will be the weight of water? So if I W2 minus W3 means weight of container, soil and soil, so moisture will be there. So weight of water can be written as W2 minus W3 divided by weight of solid. So weight of solid can be written as W3 minus W1. So W3 minus W1. So this will be the into 100. So this will be the water content can be computed in the laboratory. So these are the method where W1 is the empty weight of container, W2 is weight of container plus weighted soil, or we can write moist soil and W3 is the weight of container plus dry soil. So once again I am telling the procedure. What we have to do: take the soil sample from a site or field and weight the empty weight of container, and after that put the weighted soil or moist soil into the container and once again weight and say it is W2. This weight of container plus moist soil is put into the oven for 24 hours, and after 24 hours once again you have to remove and weight it. So it is W3, and we know the water content is the ratio of weight of water to weight of solid. So weight of water is W2 minus W3 divided by W3 minus W1 into 100. And one thing you have to remember, that inside temperature lies between 105 to 1110 degree centigrade. So another question arises, that I told you that this is a time taking phenomena. So if I increase the temperature or enhance the temperature of oven, then it will be dry and it will take less time. But what will happen? There is a disturbance of crystallization of soil. Crystal of the soil will disturb when we will increase the temperature from 105 to 1110 degree centigrade. So that's why the temperature of the oven is maintained at 105 to 1110 degree centigrade, and it will take 24 hours to perform the test. So apparatus used in this test. So if I put apparatus used, so apparatus, the first one is weighing machine, non corroded container or stainless steel container. Third one is electric oven, gloves. So these are the necessary things you have to put. And soil sample, moist soil sample. So these are the necessary things you have to there, so you can perform the moisture content of the soil. So in the next class I will discuss the another method. So these are the apparatus used of the soil. So dear student, today I have discussed about the some problems based on the bulk density, void ratio, water content and degree of saturation. So in the first problem, the degree void ratio and specific gravity of soil solid is given. So we have to compute the value of bulk density, dry density and water content. And after that, once again in the second part we have to compute the value of water content when the soil is fully saturated. So accordingly we have computed the value of bulk density when the degree of saturation is 90%. So we have computed by the relation G plus E is divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. And dry density is computed once we have computed the water content of the soil. So gamma D is equal to gamma B divided by 1 plus W. And in the second part, when our soil is fully saturated, so E into S is equal to W into G. With the help of that, we have computed the water content. In the second question, that is very similar to the first question, that is once again our porosity of the soil is given and specific gravity of soil is given. So in the first part we have to compute the value of void ratio. So with the help of that relation between E is equal to eta by 1 minus eta, we have computed the value of void ratio. Once we have computed the void ratio, so in the second part we have to compute the density of the dry density of the soil. In third part we have to compute the value of density of the soil when our degree of saturation was 50%, and the in the last part we have to compute the density when our soil is fully saturated. So second part, gamma D is equal to G gamma W divided by 1 plus E. G is given in the question, gamma W we have taken 10 kilonewton per meter cube, or if someone has take the value of 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube, that is also okay. But in the objective question it will be clearly mentioned that you have to take the value of unit weight of water as a 10 or 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. Otherwise some students will take 10 kilonewton per meter cube, then there will be difference in the answer, but the option, if you set the option, so there will be only one option will be correct. So that's why in the objective question it will be clearly mentioned that you have to take the unit weight of water as a 10 or 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. So in that question you have to take accordingly. In the third part we have to we compute the density when our degree of saturation was 50%. So gamma B is equal to G plus ES by 1 plus E into gamma W we have computed. And the last part, saturated density expression, by just putting the value of S is equal to 1 in the bulk density, you will get the expression of saturated density. And after that I have discussed the determination of water content by various methods. So I have discussed 6 methods, and these 6 methods were oven drying method, pycnometer method, calcium carbide method, sand bath method, and torsion balance method. So first method I have discussed, that is oven drying method. So about the oven drying method, I told you this is the laboratory method and very accurate method, but it is a time taking method. It will take 24 hours to compute the water content of soil, but it is accurate method and it is a laboratory. This method is performed in the laboratory. So the apparatus required for this test, I told you this, that container and weighing machine, electric oven and gloves is required, and moist soil sample. The procedure I have discussed, that is take the empty weight of the container and say it is W1. After that, take the moist soil sample and put into the container and once again weight it and say it is W2. And after that, this W2 soil sample or weight of container plus moist soil sample is put it into the oven for 24 hours. And after 24 hours, you have to take out from the oven and once again weight it and say it is W3. And water content can be computed by W2 minus W3 divided by W3 minus W1 into 100. This will give the value of moisture content of the soil. So in the next class, I will discuss the another method or rest of the method to compute the water content of the soil, and after that I will discuss the specific gravity determination, that is pycnometer method. With the help of pycnometer method, we can compute the specific gravity of soil solute. And after that, I will discuss the in situ method to compute the density of soil, like core cutter method, sand replacement method and water displacement method. So take care of your health and happy learning.